Hello, everybody. Welcome to Chart Vision Vietnam, and we're here to analyze the chart, see what we can get out of the market, see what's telling us. And today specifically, I'm going to go over the bullish engulfing candle edge that I want to show you guys. So previous video we did a higher time frame. Today we're going to do a smaller time frame. Plus one more confluence, which is order flow, weakish, bearish order flow. So let's start with the weekly chart, right? So today we're looking at the weekly chart, and we can see that gold is still very bullish, right? So again, because it's still bullish, we're just looking for continuation. We're not looking for sell anytime soon, right? Daily chart, we do have this this new bearish candle printing. So this is considered just a retracement for now, a pullback. See, during this trend, right? We want to continue the trend. All right, we did have a pullback here. Pull back here, and now we're doing a pullback. Why? Because after every higher highs, right, we got to make lower highs. Okay, if that makes sense. So again, I'm pro trend. We should all be pro trend right now, unless price come here and break out of this this trend, then we will look for sales. But right now it's just going to be all buys, if indicated otherwise. Okay, going to the 4-hour time frame again, we will see some form of pullback, and right now this candle was just printed, so we do have a little pullback right here. But not until this candle is finished printing, then we'll see how major this pullback is going to be, or if it's going to be just a minor pullback and continue further. Because we did here see that there was just a pullback here, a bigger one, right? Prices drop significantly. Okay, so right now I'm going to go down to the hourly time frame to look for that engulfing candle that I was telling you guys about. So right here we do see an engulfing candle. So what's the characteristic of an engulfing candle right here? So this candle will take the main body of that previous candle, right? Okay, so when that happens, what essentially we're looking for? Well, we're going to be looking for basically a pullback, right? For us to go to get into the trade, for that continuation. Okay, and this is going to be an area of interest, you guys, because this is the buy to sell area. So this, this low, or technically somewhere around here, this low, right, created this high somewhere here. This low created this high, so I'm going to go with the body here. This low created this high, and then price came and broke that. So right here we're sitting on bearish order flow right here, right? Mind you that this is all bearish, so price has to come back for a continuation momentum upward. It has to take this out. All right, we just don't know when. Okay, it might be like the London push here, and then New York, or it could come here, right? Test this level, and then come back further for this area right here, the sell to buy area, right? This low, right? This low created this high, so we're gonna just go ahead and mark this. And this right here was when we talked about the bullish engulfing candle on the 4-hour chart, hour time frame, right here. You see? Now we're looking at the 1-hour time frame, even smaller time frame for that confluence. Excuse me, my voice has been giving out. So here we have this beginning of this candle, right? So what we should do is just mark this candle and then find, you know, a continuation based on this candle. But before this candle form, mind you, we were talking about weak order flow, right? And do you guys see this? Right? I'm gonna delete this. I'm gonna delete this so we can focus more on here. So what is this part? What is this transition telling us? Well, let's take a look at the structure real quick, right? Where we were at. So we're down here, okay? And then this high, this low created this high. So right now, hypothetically, what we're looking at is this leg right here. But overall, this is the whole leg we're looking at, right? So still bullish, but we did break this level, and we did also break this level, right? But what happened to price? Did it give like a big reaction? No. It had a little pullback and then continued to go down further. So what it's telling me right now is that there's, you know, the buyer, the seller, right, is trying to step in, right? But it's harder to push price up. You know, they're trying to push price up, but the seller is just jumping in, driving price further down. But right here, this is the breaking point where you know the seller kind of give up, right? Or they took profit or whatnot, and then this enabled the buyers to step in, right? But however, you know, as we can see, you know, this is the immediate leg that we're looking at right now. So this is still bearish, right? And then unless price come back and take out this area, we're still in this draw, you know, not drawdown, but we're in this pullback, you know, sentiment, right? Because as you can see, this is the major resistant support level right here, this buy to sell area, right? Price took out liquidity up here and gave this big momentum, all right? And you can see that the momentum, the downside right now is pretty strong. Right now, just for this whole consolidation, this whole sideline movement. But we can analyze and we can see based on this technical that we have two confluence. So we're going to go and talk about our edge, right? So first is bullish engulfing, right, on the 1 hour candle, and then we have weak sales order flow. Okay, those are the two edge that I see, the two indication that okay, we have weak order flow here, and then we have this push to the upside. Now, would we take this trade right away? Actually, no. Another thing we want to do is we want to see retest of price level. All right, we want to see a retest of it. But notice this, guys. Notice this. We did say that this is our range right now. But does the range, the price here, right, take out that previous low? The answer is no. So this initiated the reversal. Okay, we have our POI. So what do we say our POI is usually? So the POI, it can react at the beginning of the open, mediate the 50% Fibonacci, or it will you know, like this, do a liquidity grab and then continue to the upside, right? And here we also see another right, bullish engulfing in on this. But notice this little tiny detail, okay? Notice this tiny little detail. I want to mark this up. Okay. Notice this. This is going to be another video that we're going to be talking about. Okay. Notice that this right here, right, took out the previous candle. Okay. Just like this, how can this candle took out this previous candle and gave that strong reaction for the upside. Okay. So so we do have our POI, right? We can enter here and get a little you know, a little profit right here, or we can wait for it to retest and then enter here. And you see price is still moving up, and I'm thinking that it's going to break this and, you know, continue. But we got to see. We don't know yet, because price, nobody dictates price. Okay, this is just technical analysis. This is just something that the market is telling us, or we're training our eyes so that we can look into the market and finding confluence where we can have a great bias. So again, we're gonna long this, right? We're gonna buy this. Why? Because again, there's no reason to sell. This is just a pullback, right? We can still look at the daily candle, right? We already established that. I don't want to go back and show you guys this, but we already established that all of the higher time frame all the higher time frames are bullish, right? So the next thing we're going to look to is probability, right? Now, probability, what's our risk to reward ratio? Okay, this we have to dive into the higher time frame. So with probability, we have three things set out for us, right? We have to have entry, stop loss, right, and then take profit. Okay, I'm just gonna say take profit. It's gonna be right here, just because why am I doing this? Because this high created this low, right? So that's the range that I'm targeting, right? So if we establish that this, because of the engulfing candle, we have this POI and we can enter any time during this this POI box, right? And we have our profit target, but what's our stop loss? So stop loss, I would always go to the higher time frame and do this. Okay, my stop loss would be right here. Okay, why is it right here? Why is it so wide? Why is such a gap? Because I want price to breathe. I don't want to micromanage it. I want it to breathe. I can even have price right here, right? At this candle high or this candle high. But what is the probability? Even if this such a wide stop, look, our risk to reward is 1 to 5, right? I mean, just because on that an analysis, and this also gives us an opportunity to scale in. But this would be okay. So I'm going to tell you guys something like a little sauce. Okay, so I would have 2 stop loss. One is my mental, okay, and then the other one is my actual. Okay, if you guys can do it the way that I do, then you know you're gonna be less stressed out. Okay, that's the secret, because this bigger stop loss will enable you to look and dive in and finding you know, area support and resistance, right? This mental stop will enable you to also do the same thing, but hone in into a more specific and more of a based on just, you know, the current market, right? But the stop loss makes sense because in the sense, if price go back and break this level, right, then you know price is going to continue to go bearish. Okay, because these are just structural levels, right? You can see these are structural levels that if it was taken out, so this, right, this low created this high, and if this low is taken out, meaning what? There's definitely is going to be a reversal, right? So even though price is up here, be mindful, okay? Be mindful that price can always go back, take all these points out, and give that continuation, okay? Why do I say mindful? Okay, in trading, mindfulness, it's something that based on the natural psychology. Okay, you don't want to be too overconfident with your buys. You don't want to be too stuck up once you're in the trade. There's a lot of people once again in the trade, they don't, they do not look at anything else. They just gonna gun for their target, and if that doesn't happen, then they're gonna be crushed, right? So basically, be mindful of price, because again, as retailers, we're very small in the market. All right, we're not gonna move the market. The market is gonna do what it does. But here, all right, it did give us something to base upon. Okay, it gave us the high probability, and for us to exercise our trade mechanically. Okay, that's what I've been telling you guys. So we have the edge, we have the probability, right? And then it's just management, right? Just management. All right. So I hope this bullish engulfing candle edge will help you, especially with the weak sales order flow. And another thing is, yes, I was looking at this same trade on EU. So let me show it to you guys also. So this is EU. I was just trading with my friend the other day, right? So again, EU just bearish, right? We don't know when it's gonna not continue this bearish trend, but mind you, right here, okay, we did have at this low, right? We were looking for a reversal, okay, and on a smaller time frame, we did find that. Okay, it's just a little bit. The timing was a little bit off, but essentially it did what it did. So okay, I'm going to give you guys a couple of seconds to look at what I see and what was the trade. Where was the trade? You guys see it? Okay, first of all, we got to find our edge, right? And that is okay. Now I'm going to go with engulfing. All right, and then weak. Order flow. All right. Do you guys see that engulfing candle on the 5-minute? All right, it's right here. It's right here. Okay, so price tapped that previous low, right? And it gave that reaction. Okay, I'm just gonna go with the order of the engulfing candle first, but and then after that we have this area marked up, right? This area marked up. Okay, so I took a trade yesterday right here. Okay, and my target again right here. Okay, this low before the high right here. Always be mindful of that. Okay, or I can say the whole thing right here. So we have that, right? Price. Let me see. So after this engulfing candle, right? Price did come back to test it, retest it. It gave us that big move, right? Also retested a second time, gave us that big move. Okay, but again, why am I just taking this? My whole bias was that the fact that price is just bearish, right? Again, we look at the higher time frame for our confirmation. Okay, high created this low, created this high, created this low. Okay, so it's still bearish. Okay, so this wasn't a swing trade. It's just a quick scalp that I was able to make. Okay, that I called out with my friend, and we're like, hey, look at this, bearish order flow, bearish order flow. Hey, what's going to happen after that, right? Of course, if this is bearish order flow, price will go back and take it all out before that continuation of the move, right? Pretty simple, pretty simple. I mean, people make trading hard. You can trade however you want based on your edge, right? I'm not going to tell you if it's right or wrong because everybody have their own thing. And if you train your eyes long enough, these things just stick out. Just stick out. Follow your trend. Follow where price takes you, right? So even if you see this price, did that bullish breakout, not bullish breakout, but to the upside, remember it's going to come back and what? Retest it, guys, right? So I was in that move, but the actual moves right here, right? Bigger RR, right? And of course, I have to be mindful about this because this is the last previous low. So I actually did 100 pip stop loss right here, just for that, So it was a quick, quick trade. It was just a quick trade. But again, I'm still thinking this thing is still bearish because it's look at this momentum, right? What's another word for momentum, right? Price is just is having a hard time making higher highs, right? So I'm gonna tell you guys right now, based on this, okay? It's not gonna zoom up, but this, is showing weakness. It's showing weakness, guys, and then it's gonna dump, but I don't know when. Okay. That's not for me to show. I don't know because I'm not the market maker, but I knew they'll know that based on the price action, the movement of price, it's going to leave out a couple traces where we see the same setup in EU and also with gold, right? Also with gold, and you see, and then gold right now, it passed this high, so I'm just I'm just assuming it's just gonna go push a little bit higher and higher. Yeah, and look at so okay, so now that we broke here and we're approaching here, why not move our stop loss to up here, right? Or even break even, or why not take 70% off? Again, how you manage your trade is up to you. All right, or 60%, I don't know, 70%. It's up to you, right? Or why not take the whole profit out? I don't know. But it depends on the type of trader you are, right? But if you are in this for the long term, right? Long term, you got to protect your capital. You got to be able to make money and also keep your money. Okay? So wait for the setup. Wait for price to show, right? Wait for price to show. Wait for confluences, wait for price to show its hand. Wait for it, to tell you what it's going to do before you enter the trade. And that will eliminate a bunch of stress. And once you're not stressed and you're not micromanaging the trade, it's going to be very easy trading, guys. So I hope this helped. We did go over the engulfing candle, and then we also went over the bearish order flow. Okay, so I hope it helps. And if you guys want to reach out, talk about trading psychology or anything else in particular, even in Vietnamese, I'm more than willing to help. Just reach me out at I'll have the link down below. Okay, and then I'm gonna also be doing a Facebook channel, so I'm gonna be posting a lot of things. But make sure you follow. Okay. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. I want to put that in the description also. All right, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.